When you think of mini golf, you think of going out for a bit of fun with friends or family, taking the first 3 holes pretty seriously and then going for glory shots with your eyes closed. However, it's more than just fun for a group of New Zealanders who are heading to Croatia for the Mini Golf World Champs. Yes, there are such a thing later this month where they'll be taking on the best in the business. Our reporter Matt Chatterton and cameraman Bradley White caught up with 2 of the New Zealand competitors before they flew to the Worlds in Europe.
New Zealand's had its fair share of success on the world stage when it comes to golf. Think Sir Bob Charles, Michael Campbell and Lydia Ko. Now we have a group of 9 New Zealanders, 6 men and 3 women, hoping to create some more golfing history on a mini scale. Jacques Van Zyl and Cameron Cooper are part of the New Zealand team. Cameron, who's also playing in the World Adventure Golf Masters, says the sport has a big future ahead of it.
I've been trying to get into the IOC group of families for the sports. They're looking at trying to get into the World Games in Alabama in the USA, the next one. So yeah, they're trying to make it a legitimate thing. It's massive in Europe and it's been going for, you see YouTube clips, and it's 1960s. They got world champs going on the same courses. So yeah, it's pretty big up there.
So you're playing in the adventure game, so I'm guessing that's more like the golf course we're at here at Treasure Island?
Correct, yeah. So the first one I'm playing in is the adventure one, very much like these courses, maybe just on a slightly bigger scale, more slopes, and yeah, so it should be a little bit more friendly to prepare for anyway, at least before the main one on the 20th.
And what does the main one involve, Jacques? So you're playing on, is it like a golf course like this, or is it something you might sort of experience on a proper golf course?
It's, you play on a surface that they've just built, to my understanding. That's called an Eternate course. It's very fast. The holes are all designed for you to be able to hit a hole-in-one on every hole. However, there are strong consequences if you get that first shot wrong. So yeah, the aim is to get everyone to try and go for that hole-in-one on every hole, and that's where practice comes in handy. We will have allotted practice times for every country in the 3 or 4 days leading up to it, which is will be quite handy. So we can do as much practicing as we can to try and give ourselves a good chance.
Speaking of, the holes, the clubs you use now, I don't know if you can see this here, but I've got a standard putter that you'd use at mini golf, and I've also got a rather crappy standard dimpled golf ball in my pocket here. So I understand you don't use these sort of balls though. I see that you've got in your hand there a smooth sort of golf ball, a lot different to the one I'm holding, and the putters too are a bit different. Can you explain what's behind those?
Well, the putters, they're a lot heavier down the end of it, down this end, and we've got obviously rubber on the front. With these balls, because there's like 2,000 different types of balls, with a regular golf ball, obviously dimples fly through the air. Yeah. Because it's not leaving the ground, it's smooth. Most of them, they're almost like a squash ball. Yeah. They sort of range from really hard to really soft. They'll bounce different heights. You can drop one from 1 meter and it won't bounce at all, or you can drop it from 1 meter and it will come right back to your hand, sort of thing.
Holy.
So yeah, it's all about the ball for the type of hole, depending on what you need it to do, whether you just need to hit the back wall and stop, or if you just need it to keep bouncing around. So yeah, it's a bit of a science in terms of learning what kind of ball to use for which hole and how hard to hit it. So it's going to be a bit of a learning curve for us as well.
Sounds like serious business, right? So much so, the World Anti-Doping Agency will be conducting tests to ensure participants are clean. I've been reassured the New Zealand team isn't taking performance-enhancing drugs. Going to an exotic location like Croatia to compete in the Mini Golf World Champs sounds like a pretty sweet deal, but it does come at a cost. The team's self-funded, but both Jacques and Cameron set up Give a Little pages to help with some of the cost.
Yeah, it's a bit of a hard one trying to sell it to people, say, hey, I'm going to go play mini golf and they're the world champs, and they're like, really? I thought you just played on this and mucked around. Yeah. So yeah, it'll be nice to be able to get some more sponsors on board as well for the future, which would be awesome.
The group's also teamed up with our neighbours Australia to try help cover some of the costs. But Jacques says there's more to it than just trying to be frugal.
Worked with the Aussies to get a team from them going as well, so we're actually going to have a bit of a trans battle as well, which could be quite cool.
Leaders Low Cup of mini golf.
Pretty much. So we might as well keep hold of that as well.
This could be the start of another long-running trans-Tasman rivalry. For Cheekpoint, Matt Chatterton.
Shot by Bradley White.